It is Jay Jackson into the game bucket.
Home run, Trayvon Robinson, straight away.
And we're back at it with the Brushback podcast. Me, Smiley Boy, your Jay, and your boy T-Rob down there. Sorry, I messed up my name. Smiley J, your boy. That shows you how tired I am right now. I am tired.
Them dog days, those spring training days, bro.
But, bro, I'm telling you, you're trying to get me a little bit. But we wanted to get on here, hop on here, do a little finale to the month and a little Black History homage or something, homage, however you want to say that, for the people out there, just for us and just the boys that, you know, respecting who we came up with and the guys that we know and love, and just to say thank you and salute to them and, you know, the forefathers of, you know, what we kind of have started to do, you know what I mean? So, you know, just the Black History Month little podcast, chat, wrap it up, you know what I mean? What do you think about it? You know what I'm saying? What do you think about, first of all, in general, just Black History Month? And, what do you want to say?
So, man, I don't have a lot to say about it. I'm gonna just be blunt, bro. That the amount of like fascination and what we have contributed to society and just the world in general, you can't relocate all this stuff into 28 to 29 days, bro. So I'm not a fan of the 1 month. You know, it should just be way more than that, like, you know, a year or whatever. Or definitely not a month. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about. But I mean, just kind of going over, just Googling a lot of crazy things about, like, you know, the inventors and the athletes, you know, definitely are especially, you know, the older athletes that played, you know, football and basketball, mainly baseball, and what they went through, and the roles that they paved for us, bro. It was definitely, I don't think I could have did it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just let you know how emotionally intelligent they were. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really think that we talk much about, you know, not just Jackie Robinson, but Don Newcomb, even Maury Wells, like, you know, being with the Dodgers, you know, Dodgers, they're like one of the first teams who ever have like a lot of black players at one given time. Roy Campanella, you know, all those guys. It's definitely one of those give thanks, but, you know, there's a lot more players out there that we don't really talk about, you know what I'm saying? And I would love to express my personal thank you to all of them and what they paid for us. But, you know, I mean, I know they're probably looking in their grave like, where y'all at, bro?
No, 100%.
Hold on. Yeah,
100%. I mean, you look at the numbers that we have today and just how the game's, you know, I guess evolving to certain standards, but again, digressing and regressing in certain areas of, you know, having as many players as they used to too. But, you know, for sure, want to give thanks to all those guys, you know, the large name guys to the small name guys, you know, from the MLB guys we have active now that are there, like Devin Williams, to, you know, the Negro League guys, to Moses Fleetwood Walker starting the thing and doing his thing, and, you know, Satchel Paige integrating things and coming over, you know, just everybody from top to bottom. We want to say thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you. It means a lot. I wouldn't be able to do this, and I don't think I would love it as much if it wasn't for some of you guys, though. I appreciate it. I did a whole report in high school, and I think I did my senior thesis on the Negro League. So if we can find that, maybe footage of me doing it, maybe we can. Yeah. But I think we might be able to, I might be able to find the project or something like that, possibly. But yeah, for sure, like that, I think that paved the way for me, and I just want to say thank you to you guys as well. You know, in my organization right now, I have LaTroy Hawkins there almost every day, so actually he is there every day. So having Hawk there and just being able to chat with him and see how the game has, evolved since his times, and picking his brain and things of that nature, and just seeing the things and talking to him about the things we had to go through and that he's had to go through it's awesome, man. We need more of that. Like, we really do need more of that. And it does help when it gets shown out more. And, like a couple years ago, the NL and AL rookies of the year were both African Americans. You know what I mean? Like, they're both black baseball players. And then, to see how drastically those careers have turned since then, too, though, is crazy.
Yeah,
but,
it's true. It's true.
But, you give thanks to that, and you see from that, like, kind of the influx of African American players you kind of had since then, too. I think it's a direct correlation because you kind of put those guys at the forefront for a year or two, even though it was a small time. You put them at the forefront, and then you have an influx of those guys. So now you have better athletes, you have more competition to have, and it makes the game better, and it makes it more universal. It makes it more diversified than it already is, where you can have more African Americans playing and not just, a little sprinkle here and there that we've been seeing. So it gives us more of an opportunity for those guys, and having more guys in the organizations to have them have a chance to reach the big leagues, so you can have more guys see them, and then you can still have more influx and people coming in from all over as well. So I just think it's going to make it better for the game overall. But I want to say thank you to you guys. Black History Month is such a vital part of our culture. Just so I agree. It shouldn't be just 28 days, because it should be part of American history as well. But it's vital for these people that don't understand some of the accomplishments some people have had, and some of the things that African Americans and black people have contributed to this great world of ours. It does give them, recognition, and it highlights their accomplishments even for a short period of time. So I do think, that I'm thankful that we do have those times so that people can understand what we've helped with and that our culture has helped with. But also, I think it should be definitely just American history, so it should be talked about year round. We should be including this stuff and things. Exactly. And it shouldn't just be when something happens, then like, oh, by the way, like, this was such and such.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be like that. It should just be like, yo, this is what happens. Like, it shouldn't be. It should just be, a thankfulness and a gratefulness, and being grateful for just the creations of all that has been accomplished in a unified manner. It shouldn't be like, be grateful that this person, even though they were black, accomplished this. Like, it's part of American history, and that we have something to be proud of, just like everybody else has something to be proud of too, to contribute to this great nation that we have here. So, I mean, everybody's going to have their different opinions of it. We're going to have a lot of people that hate what we say on here. We're going to have a lot of people that love it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But regardless, we're going to keep staying in here doing the thing, and it's going to be fun, backlash, whatever happens. I mean, this is for fun. This is for us to do, for people to hear what we want to talk about as well. But look, it's our history is our history, and people want to make it a lot of times a black and white thing or a culture thing or anything else like that. And it should just be like, like, we're happy that this person invented this because we needed it. You know what I mean? And then the people that are part of that race
helped us out, man.
Yeah, and then the people that are part of that race or culture or whatever else, or that city or whatever else, can be like, hey, this person's from here. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see a lot of, these inventions and things that have been created by, black people, black inventors, great minds and African. They don't get the same statues and, recognition in some of their hometowns and stuff as they should have, because they were a black inventor or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being like, oh, this person really did something great for this great world of ours, we should recognize them. They don't, I don't think that's fair. And so hopefully that changes. We'll see as we get older. Hopefully things do progress. Like I said, I think MLB did a great thing, and those guys had great years when they both won Rookie of the Year. But the fact that they, put them on that pedestal and got them in the forefront for that time, I think you saw what it did. I think it helps a lot. And I think that should be something to apply to MLB for that. I do applaud them as well for, again, the efforts that they're doing, but I want to also applaud the other podcasts that have had us on and had me on personally to talk about Black baseball, like the Black Baseball Mixtape. You have the MB prospects that are doing their thing down there and taking some stuff over that I've been watching a lot on my IG feeds, and, I'm going to try to help with that as much as I can too. But, you have the minority guys out there doing some things out there and helping the HBCUs are out here, like, putting together some good baseball programs. And so I'm looking forward to seeing like how we can help and how we can reinvest our time and efforts that what we're doing to give back and help these guys get to where they want to get to too. Mm-hmm. Not only again throughout Black History Month, but throughout this whole year and throughout, just giving our time and effort and everything else we can to help these guys be better. So it's not just, like I said, making guys better and making it recognized for Black History Month, but making sure it's an American history thing where these guys are being part of American history and making noise and, getting the recognition they deserve as well on a grander stage. So, again, sorry I went a little deep and went a little far-fetched
you're good,
into
man.
that whole, 28-day, 29-day conversation. But, I went on a little tangent, but it's all good. Like I said, losing my mind right now with spring training going on too. But, it's a lot of thoughts. It's a lot of thoughts going through my head right now about it. And, like, the more and more I think and want to talk about it, it's interesting. But, again, I just want to say thank you to the guys first.
Absolutely. And I want to say too, everybody out there, man, you put on a glove and some cleats and whatnot, and you go out there compete, man. You're somewhat part of a community now. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So, we play this game unconditionally. Obviously, there's a lot of money in there, but the people who really love the game, you know what I'm saying? They love the game. They love to compete. They love being on the road. They love visiting different towns. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is like the only place where you can actually visit the United States, for free, for fun. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people out there that definitely that are blessed, and that's in that 1%, Jay, right now. You know what I'm saying? That you're in that 1% of baseball players that can do it on the world stage. You know what I'm saying? And that tells me a lot that the amount of hard work, the amount of adversity, the amount of politics, or whatever the case may be, like, you went through something and it's not being highlighted, but it's okay. That you're truly amazing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And anybody who else put on a uniform and like really go as high as far as they went, it's like that is very, very like you're definitely automatically a part of the community, because just the hard work and everything that put to there. Like, maybe somebody needed probably a little bit of a pep talk to get over the hump of being AAA or AA or whatever. But we're all one, man. Like, we're all one, and by any means, man. Like, if I'm able to help somebody, even the independent ball where I'm at right now, to get to that hump, always share stories. 100%. A lot of guys get standoffish sometimes. But nah, man, it's a community. Like I said, no matter what color you are, no matter what position you play or whatnot. But we just got to make sure that we return what has been gave to us. You know what I'm saying? Pass it along.
100%. And like I said, like, again, I appreciate you saying that about me, man. Like, I appreciate it.
It's amazing, bro. Real shit.
Real shit. I was about to say, but don't shortchange yourself, man. Again, you've been in the game longer than I have, even though, your road's different than mine. You've been doing this for so long at the level you've been doing it, to still be able to go out there and do it at the level consistently and be as consistent as you have been and be everywhere you've been too, and to be able to play as well as you have. Like, give yourself some credit too. Like, that your journey should definitely be written about a little bit more than mine at this point, for sure, because like a lot of people would have
I appreciate it.
Would have for sure, their careers would be a lot different. You know what I mean? The fact that like you've enjoyed it and like you truly love the game, like that's to be I'm admired by, like, that you're still doing it at this level. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I would have done at a certain point, because even still to this day, like, I think about every day, like, I can't believe I'm still doing this. Like, and that's the amazement and wonder that I feel like a lot of guys need to have in this. But at the same time, it's, you don't think about it, but at the same time, like I said, like that you've done it even longer than I have. Like I said, like give yourself some credit too. Like I said, people think that we're on this podcast and we're talking about this stuff like we don't know a lot. Like we've been through enough. We've played in a lot of different places. We've lived some lives, man. So I mean, it's something fun to do, and like I said, hopefully this is giving back a little bit. Hopefully this leads to us being able to give back more. Like I said, hopefully that's the goal, is that it helps other people at the end of the day. It doesn't have to be just little, you know, younger African American kids or minorities. Like if this podcast resonates with anybody, regardless, black, white, yellow, brown, whatever, baseball, not baseball, life, like however it touches you, like we want it to touch you. But like, you know, the basis of this thing is just, we want to highlight, you know, again, like we said before, we're highlighting African American baseball players and African Americans in possibly different positions in baseball and different positions of life that, you know, we feel like maybe should have been higher in their societal class, or maybe higher in their job or whatever else, and just getting their stories out because they have great stories. And so we want to do that year round. So it goes to the thing of Black History Month, not just 28 days, you know what I mean? 29 days or whatever else, the shortest month of the year. It's year round. So we want to be able to highlight these people, and not just a baseball capacity, but in a life capacity, so you know, but especially in baseball, because you don't see a lot of us out there. So this is just to give thanks. This podcast in general is to give thanks. So I'm glad that we kind of started it in Black History Month, which is kind of tight.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And so, you know, it's something that, you know, it's something to give back, and it's something to say thank you to, you know, everybody that supported us. You know, coming through the Cubs organization, I had Marlon Byrd and D. Lee with me. I had Bobby Scales out there. And like I said, giving thanks to, again, the guys I played with, like Yusuf, like Dave Chappelle, my boys that are going to be hopefully coming on here later, Tony Thomas, Richie Robinette, you know, Marquez Smith. You know, I'm thankful that I got to play with a lot of those guys. And then coming up in the era that I came up in, where, you know, teams had a few African American players on each team, especially in AAA, that were knocking on the door, that they were sending up and down at certain points. You know, especially Oakland. Oakland back in the day had some goons over there. I ain't gonna lie, they had a whole football team of players. Hey, they were back, bro. Woo, hey,
bro, there were some big dudes too, bro. They were big. I was like, bro, what the? Why are you still here, bro?
Football players, bro. I was like, I just had to ask. I was like, bro, I was like, did y'all just draft all football players and just like, hey, put a bat in your hand, or like, oh, we all play baseball? I'm like, y'all crazy. You know, I was like, Oakland really went and got the biggest black dudes y'all could find, and just was like, hey, we're gonna draft you, and just like scare the hell out of everybody.
Yeah, bro. That's it, man. Hey, wear these pants, bro. Wear these pants right here.
Bro, their lineups were massive everywhere you went. Like, team in Sacramento that won, like, I think they won, like, what, 4 championships out of, like, 6 years or something in AAA or something like that. Something crazy.
They were killing
bro. They had, like, Chris Carter, Michael Taylor. Hey, we need to get Chris on this thing. We need to get Chris Carter on this.
Bro, Michael Taylor, too, bro.
We need to get Mike. I might be able to get Michael on this Taylor. And then, like I said, like, I got to play against those guys, so I got to chat with those guys when I was younger, even though they're older than me, and get to hear their experiences of what's going on in their organization. So we need to hear their stories, because, like, those guys, I want to hear Chris Carter's story, honestly. I want to hear Mike's story, too.
Bro.
But Chris has a great story about the man was leading the league in home runs and then just couldn't find a job almost. It was crazy, you know?
Yeah, bro.
I mean, so.
It was that transition of the game. Transition the game.
So we got some guys that, you know, I'm thankful for, that this is a podcast to, like I said, admire them, hear their stories, like, again, make this not just a black baseball podcast for just Black History Month, but for year round, to give, like, again, to show these guys some love and know that, like, we are thinking about them, and to build a community of guys that, you know, can relate. And hopefully these stories, again, help other people, no matter what facet of life they may be in, to get through to the next step and get, you know, be happy and enjoy it, or just, you know, exceed in their careers more. So who knows what it might do. we're gonna see. But like, this is just, I feel like this is a great time that we did it. Though I'm thankful and appreciative, and thank you for doing this with me. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you've had a hell of a career so
Thank you
far.
for inviting me,
some more time. You still got some more time, so it's gonna be fun. We got some things to do. So yeah, for sure. This is just the recap of the first month of doing this, first few episodes in deep. Man, yeah, this is just saying thank you to all the players before me. Especially, I want to say thank you to Marlon Byrd. Marlon Byrd, OG, one of my favorite people. I'm sorry I lost touch with that man, but so thankful that I had him in my life as a young Chicago Cub player growing up. Very thankful, very grateful. That man showed me the ropes, kind of took me under the wing a little bit, even though he didn't have to. Very appreciative of that man. Thank you.
Yeah, man, that's good, man. That's awesome. Man. That's beautiful, man.
Taught me the ropes a little bit. I appreciate it.
Oh, and that's the thing, man. Just having the impact on and off the field, bro. Like when you have somebody to relate, sometimes it might be a person of probably a different position, like Marlon Byrd. He's a position player. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about how you can relate. My thanks I want to give to when I was in the big leagues was Sean Figgins, bro. You know, he wasn't really very liked in Seattle. I don't think we both were very liked in Seattle as far as managerial or front office standpoint or anything like that. But you know, that's in the past. But yeah, man, I want to thank him, man, because he always kept me to his side when I was in the big leagues. Just kind of taught me the game. And they probably thought that, you know, it was just two brothers and that, like, we were actually, like, he was actually teaching me the game, teaching me how to play baseball, man, in the big leagues, bro. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, the opportunity wasn't as long as it was, but he taught me how to carry myself and how to go about it, and just, like, me just preparing, dude. Like, just preparing yourself, use every tool, how you go about that, man, just a lot, man. I can't even, it's a list of things, man, that, you know, he was a person there and he taught me so much. And even other guys too, you know, before I got traded over to Seattle, man, it was, you know, Kemp, obviously, you know, I had Matty with I had Kemp with the Padres when I was in the big leagues. Yeah.
So
Kemp was a good dude. And I was definitely I didn't get to be around him as long as I did, but his presence, bro, like he didn't have to say much to me. It was just like, damn, I want to be like him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just kind of, he didn't have to speak much. You know what I'm saying? The other guys too, James Loney. Damn, man, what is just a great dude, man. That he didn't matter what level you played at, man. He respected you, man, like he was your teammate in the big leagues, bro. Man, it's a whole list, Jay. It's a whole list, bro.
You know who I want to give a shout out to too, real quick, because I ran into him today. Who's always been such a great person, no matter when I've seen him, no matter where I've seen him, because I've seen him in multiple countries. And I've ran into him multiple times, and he's always shown me so much love, so much respect, and everything else is Adam Jones.
Oh, AJ.
So,
hey, man, that dude's a funny ass dude, bro. It's a crazy dude.
That's a true baseball ambassador, too. Like, hey, love that dude. He's always been a good man on every level. Nobody has ever really said anything bad about the man. He's been great. No. So I want to say thank you to him as well. Met him multiple times. Got to see him today again. So we'll give a shout out to him. Like I said, give a shout out to Troy Hawkins, Big Hawk, for, you know, hanging out, chatting with me, keeping it real with me during spring training this year. Just different people throughout the years, man, you know. Man. Just like I said, it's just been crazy. You don't get to run into too many guys, but like I said, the older guys in this game do tend to help the younger ones a lot of times because, like, again, there's not so many of us, so we try to push this thing forward as much as we can. We want to have more guys in this thing, like I said, I do appreciate MLB, even though those guys work their butts off, and to take no credit away from them for the years they had, but for pushing them to being rookies of the year and pushing them out there as much as they did at that time to get more guys, get an influx in. We'll see what those guys do as they get older, but it helps to have that influx at this stage, because then those guys can go through, and as many prospects that we have right now, and as many African American black baseball players that we have in the systems right now, it gives us a better opportunity to have more in the big leagues. And like I said, when we have more in the big leagues, they're more visible to younger guys and younger players. We get more involved. And like I said, those younger baseball players, again, can fall in love with it. Like we're hearing these stories from these guys that are talking about now, because they're like, oh, it's because of my friend, or it's because of my parents, it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because I watched this thing on TV, it's because I found out I was athletic and somebody told me to come out here, and then I fell in love with it because it was more fun than something else. It's just getting that out there and having that ability to do it.
So I appreciate all those guys, man, that help me get to where I'm at. And even the guys that had impact on you, Jay. I thank them too, man. Because I crossed paths with them at some point. But
I was about to say we crossed paths with a lot of the same. Yeah. We've been doing it pretty much throughout the same time.
Bro.
So we've ran into pretty much the same people. So it's been awesome. It's appreciative. I don't know what else to say, man. I want this episode to go as long as it can, but we both understand that to go through everybody that has impacted this game of ours in a way would take way too long. And that's why we have this podcast. It's not just supposed to be for this month or just to highlight these guys throughout this month. It's to let you hear stories from everybody and let you hear these guys' stories and teach you certain things about each person or each, each different place that we've been in our journey of life, and just hear each different story to learn more about each person, to learn about what it takes. And just so happens that all these guys are the rare breed that were black baseball players in a time where there wasn't a lot of them, and just to hear their stories about, just again, to give them thanks. So it's not just giving them thanks for a month, it's giving them thanks for year round, for years and years and years to come, hopefully. So hopefully we get more and more guys on here and they enjoy this podcast just as much as we enjoy bringing them on here. And we, like I said, build this community together, and it's going to be a lot of love and smiles and happiness and just doing the most we can.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. It's not enough thanks for an episode. So I love them all, bro. Love them all, and I appreciate everything.
100%. So this is us signing off and just saying thank you to all of you. Again, from top to bottom, from the most famous to the guy that got, no time but made an impact to help somebody else get to where they wanted to get to make just a little bit of an impact. Thank you, and on this Black History Month, to help him be, the best black baseball player they could possibly be, African American baseball player they could possibly be. Thank you. And thank you to all the guys that came before us. And we look forward to helping the guys after us and saying thank you for loving this game and taking care of this game from a perspective of us, that we're going to help you be better, and that we love you guys, and that we love this game more than anything. We love sharing this information with you, and we love the fact that we're able to do this. And just to say thank you on this Black History Month, and thank you guys just in general. It's been amazing to follow you guys and to continue your legacy, and hopefully make our own.
Absolutely. Live a good story, bro. Live a good story. That's it. So thank you guys again. Keep smiling. Trust it, and smiles we trust. Thank you, T-Rob, again. Love you guys. This is the Brushback guys signing off.